popped out.
It did pop out. How did you know? I was like, what is that? What is that? Hi, guys. We are doing. Oh my gosh, did I tag her? I didn't tag her. Oh my gosh. Hold on, you guys. Oh, man. Yes, I did tag her. I did tag her. I did tag her. You guys, somebody help me. Okay, I did tag her. Somebody had asked a couple days ago if we she takes care of her dad, and first of all, I took care of my dad, so that hit a really, really, really sensitive thing for me. My holidays are very tough because my dad got sick during this time of the year. I had to quit my job, and I had to stay at home with him so my mom could keep working. And I went to his house every day, and I started living there with him. But I had to make sure he took his medicine. I had to take care of him every day. So when somebody in the chat the other day said, "Hey, I am wondering, my dad's been wanting some chicken." When my dad was sick, we would look for things that he liked because it helped. Well, if he didn't have an appetite, we felt like it would help him eat for whatever. Like he wanted a pot roast. So I went home and I made a pot roast because that's what he was kind of craving. Long story short, I didn't think I was cooking for his last days. It was simply something that he requested. So when somebody in the chat said, "Hey, I watch you guys," and and for me, honestly, if I would have had something like this to get my mind off of things, believe it or not, it would have helped me. Even though there's all this stupid drama on these channels, getting your mind off of seeing your father getting sick, it's there's no words to describe it. You just want your brain off of what you're looking at. So I want to help the person who requested chicken, whether it be for her to watch the video or for her to make it for her dad. It just meant it hit me in a certain way when I read that. It all connected for me during this time of the year. She's taking care of her dad, and her dad had been asking for some fried chicken, and I just want to help her. I just wanted to help her, and we're helping her. Joe's mainly the one that's going to be cooking, um, because Joe's specialty is fried chicken. So I said all that to say, stop your damn crying. Um, we're making fried chicken. I'm going to show you just one thing. It's going to be chicken gravy at the end. I know everybody probably knows how to make gravy when you're frying chicken, like you get the remnants on the pan. But when you're having fried chicken, like deep fried, we need to make gravy from that. So that's what we're going to do in a minute. Joe's going to first do the pollo. Okay, go.
All right. First thing you want to do.
And I apologize for anybody who came in ready to party and have fun, and I was just a little sad sack. Let's get our spirits up. It's Saturday night.
All right. You can brine your chicken many ways. You can dry brine it, and that'll help it get, or at least make sure it's a little crispier sometimes when you don't have like something that you're soaking your chicken in. But I like soaking my chicken in like a buttermilk mixture just because it tenderizes and flavors the meat actually. So what I did was I took enough buttermilk to cover as much chicken that I have. Plus I just put in as much hot sauce in the mixture as I saw fit. All right. And then I actually used all the spices that I'm going to put in my crust. I put like a dash of each of those, and we'll go over that in a second. But I put a dash of each of the spices that's going to go into the actual breading, into the marinade. And then I put it in the refrigerator, and it's best to do it overnight. I'll give you a shot of this. And I got plastic wrap just pushed over the top of it. Some folks,
hey pellets, hey.
Some folks will tell you to put it in like a big Ziploc or Ziploc freezer bags. and then take all
Thank
the
you
air
for your
out.
hug,
And
Stella
I know a
Mother.
lot of people don't
Appreciate it.
have those, you know,
Val,
$200 or
it's great to see
$300
you, my
vacuum
love.
sealers, but I I don't like that method. I've never used a vacuum sealer, so I can't speak on that. But putting it in a Ziploc bag, taking the air out, and then zipping it up, and then marinating it in a bag, it's not my favorite thing to do because just to tell you, I used to do a lot of jerky.
Tell
Sold it at
Wolfie that
work
we says
for
hello,
many
hello,
years,
Wolfie.
and I tried to marinate the jerky in bags rather than put it. I usually put it in a bowl and exactly like this, just put plastic wrap and push it down on top of the meat and the marinade, and that's the way I did it forever. And then I tried it with a bag just because just to save space, and everybody said it was the greatest thing. And it didn't marinate everything, and I tried it for the second time, and I thought maybe I did something wrong, but it didn't penetrate through all the meat. They just laid on each other, and a lot of the slices weren't getting any marinade for some odd reason. And 2 times I'm done. So I don't use that method for marinating anything, just because I don't know if it's getting into the marinades getting into the meat like it should be. So in a bowl, put your chicken, buttermilk, enough to cover it, a little hot sauce, how much ever you want, and then put the spices. I put the spices that I'm going to put in the breading. I just put a dash of all of those in the marinade. So I'm going to take the plastic wrap off of this marinated chicken, and I'm going to throw that away. Now, next step. Okay, I've got my oil boiling, or not boiling. Oil is heating up.
Here, let me take that other one because it's
Okay. So we got the. What do you want to do?
I got you.
I would have taken it for you.
I don't. I'm good.
All right. So now we've got our marinated chicken. We're just gonna set it over here, and what we're gonna do is I've got just plain flour right now. And this is not for the breading. I mean, it's part of it, but it's just regular flour, nothing in it. And what we're going to do for our first step after you marinate your chicken is take.
What do you need, baby?
Um,
Oh, turn off my fire. I'm sorry.
your fire's still on?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right. So you take your marinated chicken, and I got cookie sheet and a rack. Set that up right over here. Okay, so that's just sitting in there. And we're going to take each of our pieces of chicken and we're going to just take and dust it with this, and for the sole reason of adhesion for your breading. Okay? So we're going to take this and we're going to take our chicken pieces out. I'm going to use some tongs here just to see if I can save myself some from getting all chickeny. So we're just gonna I'll get you down here so you can see a little bit more. All right, so we're gonna take our chicken. We're gonna let it.
Allows it to drip onto through the holes. Is that why?
Yeah, just gonna put it on a rack just so it's not sitting on paper towel. Then you're gonna have paper towel in your chicken. So I just wanted somewhere to put it because we're going to set it aside and let it, kind of soak the dry flour so it, sets on there. So we're just going to set it aside and just let it set there.
Guys, anybody who's coming in, you guys want to hang out in the bushes, you guys are more than welcome. Don't feel like you have to come down. Stay where you feel comfortable, guys. So we just kind of chill here. Some come down, some don't. Some chill, talk, whatever you are most comfortable with doing, guys.
So, it's been you can marinate this. You should marinate it for at least 3 hours, I would say, for a decent result. Overnight is the best to let the salt and the buttermilk and everything kind of tenderize the chicken. So and flavor it also. So we're just going to keep doing this with every piece. Just put a little dusting of flour on them. Shake that up. Turn it over. Shake it up. And then we let it set. And then let that, because you'll see it's all dusty right now, but it'll soak into that the marinade that's on there. It'll kind of cling to that and kind of look. It'll have moist spots all over it, but it'll help it start clinging to the chicken. We want our breading to cling to our chicken.
And the only way for the breading to cling is for the milk, right? The batter.
For the you want it's kind of like you got wet chicken. You want your batter to you kind of because we're going to dip this back into a wet again. So it's just a process of wet from the marinade, and then you put the flour on to help when we dunk it into the wet again, so the wet clings to the stuff that the flour that you just put on there, and then you finally put it in the dry stuff again.
There's a method to the madness.
And then that will cling to the wetness, which is clinging to the dryness, which is clinging to the chicken. Boom, boom. So you'll see what's going on here. So just drain it off. Get that just flour for right now. We're going to season our final breading. But right now this is just for marinade or for the breading to start to stick to the chicken. It's just a process that we're going through right now. Okay. All right, take off excess. Last piece. And we're going to turn that down. And this is the last piece I'm doing. And we're going to double fry this stuff, y'all. So, buckle up.
Buckle up. Oh, man. Ooh, it looks so good. Daddy,
right.
It looks like you're doing good already.
And don't throw this away yet. Okay, and you're not going to throw this away yet.
See what we're making?
So now we've got our chicken just lightly coated with
Mama Liz.
flour only right now. So we're just going to set this
twice
aside.
one day, you guys. I might need to go play the lotto.
I'm going to let that sit for as long as it takes us to do all this. We're going to let that sit. All right. So now what we want to do is make our wet and dry for our breading. Okay. And we're not throwing these two things that we just used away, but we're going to take buttermilk, just enough buttermilk to cover the chicken. That's all we're doing there. So there's the buttermilk. And then I'm just going to my liking, I'm just going to put
Hold on, babe. I need to make sure we're not froze. We need to make
sure
we're not froze.
You think we're froze?
Yeah, I know it doesn't show it on ours, but mine is just spinning. Oh no.
Okay.
It's just my phone not connecting.
Just your phone? Okay. So all
Steph,
I did
you do not
was
need to thank us for anything, baby. It's our pleasure.
put a little hot sauce in there. Just to get it a little orange. It's no big deal.
Great, but
however much you want, but you want
it
doesn't look like I got a lot of buttermilk in there.
So I have a little bit of trouble of
because I'm going to use the stuff that I marinated it in.
Sometimes
is going right in there.
Sometimes my allergies
for our wet dredge. Okay.
I even bought honey.
It's all raw chicken at this point, so honey. We're still good.
Yeah, we only have. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, pellets.
So I'm back. All right, so we're gonna mix that up. And that's got seasonings in there from the dashes of seasonings I got in there. So now this is seasoned. It's got hot sauce in it, and it's got enough liquid to cover our chicken. So that is our wet. Okay, pre-seasoned because I used the marinade that I seasoned before. plus some fresh buttermilk and some fresh hot sauce. Okay. Now we go to the dry. And we're going to use about 2 cups of flour. All right. We're going to use 1.5 cups of that. And then the rest of what we just dredged in. Okay. And those, and it's going to have like little chunkies in there, which we want from the wet chicken going in there. You're going to have little chunks of, what do they call them, craggy pieces. And that's good. We're going to make more of those.
Are they over there?
Where?
Stop.
We're in the bedroom.
You guys sit down.
I think.
Hey guys, can you give me 1 second?
Sure.
I want to say thank you to Dizzy Dimensions, or Dizzy, it's DIZZY. She's got a purple icon. Ooh, what is that? Okay, anyways, I just want to say thank you. She blessed us with our little, let me show, Dad.
What do you got?
She got one.
What am I showing? Oh,
Sure. She got one for our baby and one for our Novi. They're the blue. And, well, it's almost like when one of your kids gets a toy and Bailey hears a squeaking, she goes bonkers. And so I was playing with it, and she came running. But she sent one for Bailey, one for Nova. So thank you, Dizzy. Thank you. And thank you, because we have a P.O. box, but we also have like an Amazon pickup spot. And we go to that one sometimes because our post office is so small that they only work through like 9 to 12 or whatever. And we didn't want to like not get something that we had been waiting for. So we said some stuff to be delivered to the Amazon pickup, or the other stuff is over at or some stuff just won't get delivered over to the Amazon because our P.O. box isn't the size that it needs to be. All that to say, she said, have you gone to the post office? And I was like, yeah, I think we did just the other day. Then I thought about it and I was like, oh my God, no, we actually haven't been there in about a week. So thank you, Jesus. Dizzy, you are a blessing. When someone blesses our dogs, you guys, it's just like somebody blessing your children. Our dogs are our life. And so she took time, money out of her wallet, out of her time, and she blessed our babies. And that to us is just like as if she handed us $100 in our account. Like, that is how big it is for us. It's probably not that big for everybody. Our dogs are literally their babies. Nova, she's not a fan of being made to feel like a dog, if that makes any sense.
On,
like, throw the ball, go fetch it. Nova don't play those games. So squeaky toy, it all depends. So she put her mouth on it. She'll play with it if by squeezing it, but she's not gonna like put her mouth on it and act like a dog. It's hard to explain. But she'll like lick it and leave it, and she doesn't want nobody to touch it. So she has her like.
You hear it in the background now.
Yeah, that's baby. If you guys, all I have to do is go over there with my thing, you guys. Hello.
Oh God, here she goes.
Where's your toy? Get it. Get it.
Tell her to come out here with it.
Okay, come on, baby. Wait.
While we're waiting, that stuff's got my chicken. I'm gonna let it sit for as long as I can, like 15 minutes or so is great. But we got stuff to do. And
I went over there. Bailey, she wants both of them. See, she just took the other one. She took both of them because one's Bailey's and one's Nova's. Hey, grateful. So thank you, Dizzy, for blessing our little girls. They are ecstatic. Bailey wants to hoard them, and Nova doesn't really know what it is, so she's like okay with just licking it. Anyways, go back to your cooking. Okay.
Ready?
Yes. I'm going to do, and I'm not doing anything spectacular. I wasn't going to do it on the live at all, but I am going to make the chicken gravy. What I can do, are you not using this for anything, right?
Nope.
Okay. If you want to drain this for me, I was just going to show them the chicken gravy real quick while you're waiting. Okay, if you guys know anything about gravies, the best thing to do is get the remnants of whatever you're making. And since Joe is frying our chicken, we're not going to have any remnants in our pan, right? But we still want gravy for our chicken. So
you're going to do your thing now?
Yeah, well, we got to wait unless you're ready to fry.
I was just in the middle of telling them how to make all the stuff there, but you just go ahead.
Oh, no, I don't need to do this. I was doing mine at the end.
Go ahead.
I was planning to do mine at the end. I was just like, oh, we're just going to wait. So,
nope.
Okay, you're going to wait for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm teaching them how to make everything.
Okay. Okay, do that.
You sure?
Of course.
Okay.
I was just gonna do mine because I was like, oh, he's gonna wait for that. I better.
No, it's just it's waiting there while I'm doing this.
Okay. I
So-
need this.
What do you need?
Just here. You can work over there.
Okay. All right. Here
Do
we
you
go.
need to get close to that?
No.
And this has got oil on it.
All right. Here we go. We're back at it again. I don't know where I was at.
Flour.
All right. We made. Okay. Let's see. We made our marinade, soaked our chicken, all that good stuff, and we used some the rest of that marinade. I put in the bowl, and then I used some fresh buttermilk and a little bit more of our hot sauce, and that is our wet side.
So you can use your marinade for the dipping.
Mhm.
Oh, that's so good to know.
Yeah.
You don't have
Because
to
it's still,
dump it.
it's still raw chicken, so it's not like you're doing anything weird. So plus, I season that, so I'm using that seasoning to help out with the breading. So in here, I've got a cup and a half. I put in a cup and a half of flour, and then the remnants of the other flour that came from dusting the chicken for the first time.
I thought you were trying to send me a signal like, hey, we got to wait for some minutes for this
No,
thing.
no.
So I'm like, what do you
No,
want me
I'm
to
just
make?
going, what are you doing?
No,
What are
before
you
that, when
doing?
you said we got to wait for this,
Yeah.
I thought that was your
Oh, no.
your
no.
indicator, like, hey, can you do
No.
something while we
No,
wait?
no. That was, I have all
So
this
you
to
want to
do.
just tell them that we're waiting?
Yeah,
and
that
in the
stuff's got to
meantime-
sit. Yeah, in the meantime,
you can do
you
this.
get everything else going.
Nice.
All right. So now we got our flour,
Who's
and it's all just flour at this point because I put a cup and a half of
Did you not
flour
hear
in,
that?
and then what'd you do?
How did you miss it? Bailey just growled at our dog.
Oh, I didn't see it. Okay.
She thinks they're both hers.
I know she always does.
I mean,
She's the only one that thinks that she can
Come
play with
here,
all the
sissy.
toys. Okay. Back to this. We got a cup and a half of flour. And then we have
come here, sissy.
the remnants
Sissy,
of
You
the
cannot
dust,
do that. Get
the
up
dusting that we
here.
did
Here.
earlier with the chicken. Okay, that's sitting over to the side.
Ooh.
So we have about 2 cups of flour in
Cannot
here.
Do that.
To that,
Mama
2 cups
does
of
not
flour,
like you doing that to your sister.
we're going to add
Come here, sissy.
2/3 of a cup of cornstarch. It's around, I know it's not exactly 2 cups, and I'm trying to get about 75% flour to 25% cornstarch. So that's where we're at with that. You're going to add 2 tablespoons, okay, of baking powder into your mix. That will help it. It helps accelerate the air bubbles that are going to be created with the cornstarch that's mixed in with the flour. It will make it a little bit lighter and crispier. So that's something that you want to do to help you out so it doesn't get too dense and too hard of a crust. So now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika or regular paprika, whichever you have. I have 1 teaspoon. I have 1 teaspoon of. Hey, babe, could you take that away from her for a minute? Babe, could you take that away from her for a minute? She is super loud. We have 1 tablespoon of paprika and 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1 teaspoon of onion powder. All goes in there. Missed some of the salt. Not all the salt went in there. So now we are seasoned. All our flour is seasoned. And next step we're going to do, we're just going to mix this up. Oop, hello. All right. Mix that up. And then we're going to actually add a little bit of our liquid into our dry. Okay? And then we're just going to pour this around this little bit. And then that's going to make even more little craggy pieces that are going to be, make it look all not just smooth on our chicken. It'll be all nice and rough and what they call craggy. It's going to be craggy. It's just going to make little chunkers in here that will make your chicken crispier and not so one-dimensional. Okay, so there we go. Now you got little chunkies in there. All right. Now that our chicken has rested, and you can see, if you look at the chicken, it's gotten kind of a glazed look on part of it. It's soaked in a little bit. It's not as dry and powdery on the outside. It's soaking in. So like 15 minutes is ideal to let this sit, okay, until it all kind of gets soaked into the skin and onto the meat. So from here, we're going to go back in to the wet and then into the dry, and that will be our final breading. So let's just pick these up. Okay, just soak it in there, let it drip off. And we've got our oil set fairly high. I got it set at about 330 right now, but I'm going to cook these one time at about once you put these in there, the temperature will go way down. Okay, I'm going to have to get my fingers dirty here because you want this pressed in there pretty good. Just press it into your chicken, all into the crevices and all that good stuff. You want it all covered. Anything you can do, go ahead and manhandle it. Okay. There's our first piece. Okay. And we're going to go right into the fryer with it. Right over here. And then we're just going to lower it in very slowly. And then continue on. And then we'll watch our temperature to see where that's at, because I want to cook the first batch at about 275 until the chicken is done inside and get an internal temp on this dark meat of about 175. So it doesn't matter on the time it takes. It'll probably take about 15, 17 minutes to cook this, but we're looking at doneness when the chicken gets done. So the next piece goes in. Keep taking shake it off. Next piece goes in. And we're going to do, I think we'll do 3 thighs. And then we'll do the 3 chicken legs. And there's the 3rd thigh. And the temperature will plummet. So I had it about 340, and I'm hoping it'll bottom out about 275. All right. And it's about 300 right now, so that's good. Anywhere from 275 to 300. It's still going to go down a little bit, so we'll see where it bottoms out. I'll adjust the heat if I need to get it a little bit hotter. I'll clean up here as I go. A little bit at least. All right. Away we go. All right, we're at 289 and we're kind of holding steady. So I'm going to make sure that that stays around that. And then we're just going to probe that chicken when it gets around the 12-minute mark. I'm going to start probing it. Take a piece out, probe it, see where we're at with temperature, and then if it's not quite there, we're going to put it back and we're going to finish it off at about 275, 280, somewhere around there. It's about 286 right now, and like I said, it's not going to be crispy yet. It's just going to be. We're just making sure it gets cooked through, and we'll just be very careful with it when we're going to take it out and let it sit, and let it rest for a little bit, and then we'll fry it at about 325, maybe up to 350, somewhere in there. But and then that'll just be for a nice color and to get it crispy. Okay, so that's where we're at. And now I have time, baby. But I'm not doing a thing.
Okay. What do you need to?
I'm just I'm at a place where I'm just waiting for this to cook now, and that's kind of a waiting game at this point. Just watching the temperature and making sure the chicken is done. So if you need a little space over here, I can provide that.
Yep. I'm good.
You sure?
I don't need the counter.
Okay.
I was just gonna make these up here anyways.
All right. There we go. And she's frying away. And you don't want to touch them right at first. Just kind of let them, you ease them in so you don't knock off any of the batter on the bottom of the pan. And you just ease them in there, and then don't move them for a while because they're kind of delicate at first. And then once I got a good crust on there, then I'll flip them over and kind of move them around a little bit. So now we're just waiting for it to be done. And we're talking, I'm going to set a timer so I know about what time, because we get kind of distracted over here because we got so many things going on. I'm going to set it for 12 minutes just to give me something to go by so I know when I can start testing. All right. What do you got going, my love?
I did the potatoes. I was gonna make them off there.
Oh, okay.
They're just regular mashed potatoes.
She made some mashed potatoes so we can have a little side dish. Little taters on the side. So all we did was half peeled them, left some of the skin on there, so they're kind of smashed potatoes, not mashed potatoes. And then she just worked her magic with her seasonings, and now we have a good side.
Yeah, I did pretty much smashed. I left some of the skin on, but when I left I did just like a rough smash. I mean, let me show you guys. We have a ricer. I mean, if you really ever want to do the really smooth potatoes, we have a ricer. If you guys are ever this is an option, you guys. If you're ever making mashed potatoes, you put your potatoes in here and you smash them through, and it's like the most smoothest potatoes. We used this when we did our gnocchi. So you really want no lumps in it at all. That's what this is for. It's a ricer, but you put your papas in it. I made just smashed potatoes like that. Like they're just rough, coarsely mashed, salt, pepper. Because for me, I didn't want to do bacon. I could have done a loaded mashed potato. But me personally, I'm going to make gravy. I want to be able to focus on the chicken, mashed potatoes of it. There's nothing wrong if you want to do that. If you want to make the bacon, shredded cheese, a little sour cream, a little bit of, hey, Meltown, I didn't even see you in here, Mama. If you want to make your smash like that, put sour cream in it, some a little garlic in it, put some cheese, bacon, whatever you want to put in your mashed potato. I wanted it to be just a rugged mashed. But I want to show you guys. Probably going to take extra time that we're not. Let me see. Okay. Wish I had more light for you guys.
You need more light?
No, I'm good. I'm good. It seems like it's
just about.
okay.
This one
See
will,
how it looks like this? This is kind of like a rugged mashed. Okay, see like that? I wanted that. That's the look I wanted. Okay, I just want to show you the difference between this and then putting it in here. And I just want to show you, if you're thinking about buying this, it's called a ricer. Okay, see it coming out? And then anything that is in there, I mean, you really, if you guys didn't know what it is, at least you guys know now. And if you guys know what you want one or you don't want one, that's it. And it takes all of the skins that I remember I said I left the skins on. Okay. So now this is going to be a smoother potato. See that? This one is more of a rugged. I don't know why you guys are like in the dark.
you got all the lights on, I think.
Hold on. But can you guys see the difference? This is how I wanted my potatoes for this meal, because it's fried chicken, a little bit of rustic. This is more like you. It's like a smooth pillow of rice. I mean, a smooth pillow of potatoes. But this is real. Um, just almost dissolves right on your tongue, whereas this one actually has chunks of potato, chunks of skin. So now you guys know, if you guys are thinking about buying one, at least you guys know what it is. When someone says, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know." I mean, I don't want you guys ever to not be able to experience something by your lack of knowing what it is. So, do you know what I mean? Like if you want to make a meal with that kind of potato and put a nice fillet on it, and you have a special occasion with a boyfriend, your girlfriend, your girls, and imagine just treating yourself like, just treat yourself, and you do a nice little piece of steak. You put your potatoes through your ricer. I mean, who cares if it's just you and the kids or whatever? This is me doing it with just a
What you looking
right
for?
here.
You got it?
This just mashed them roughly. Didn't even mash them hard. I just mashed them very lightly. Okay. And I wanted you guys to know the difference, see the difference, to be able to decide, hey, I don't like them like that, or hey, I like them like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I said when I said before, I didn't want my kids to go to their friends' houses and everybody was going. I mean, there's a more bougie of a school that they went to. And if they're eating crab legs, and then my daughter or we lived on the, right on, we lived by Great Lakes. I guess that's the only way to describe it. And if everybody had crab legs out, or they're having smoked, steamed crab legs, I didn't want my kids to go, "Oh my gosh, what is that?" I want my kids to know exactly what they were. You want some smashed potatoes? Um, so that's why the main thing was, for me, I want, hey Amanda, welcome in, babe. I want my kids to know, that they know what mashed potatoes, smashed potatoes, rice potatoes, those are called. Just, you wouldn't even call them rice potatoes. You just called smooth silk potatoes. I want to make them really good. That's what this is, you guys. I want you guys to be able to have that option of, versus saying, "Oh, I didn't know there's something other than this." Now you know. When you see Gordon Ramsay and they're cooking on their show, they're doing these. They put their potatoes in a ricer because they want to present the very best. So, see how it is? I'm putting it back in with this one because this is what I wanted. I wanted the more rustic papa. Papas are potatoes in in Spanish, you guys. I'm trying to teach y'all Spanish while we learn this. That's it, guys. I'm gonna make some chicken gravy with you if I have a minute. I don't know how that's gonna work, but this is the main thing I wanted to show you guys. Loaded, or these are just smashed. See the skin on it? Those are called smashed potatoes. That's what they're called. Smashed. All right. How long do you need?
Um,
I need to get a pan, guys. Hold on.
I've
Pellets,
got
Milltown.
at least 4 minutes yet.
My beautiful little Milltown. Thank you for coming in. I know you guys, it's Saturday night. Please never feel obligated, ever, ever, ever. If you have family, if you've got things you got to do, please know that you are welcome here whenever. Don't ever feel like you have to make time. If you've got
279.
things you need to do,
It's
I'd rather
hovering
you
about
do the
279.
things you have to do. Okay, guys. But welcome Amanda. So she's new. Colin, how are you? Han, make a lot of smooth mashed, creamy mash. Oh, don't they look so good? I mean, honestly, they do feel way different than regular potatoes. Then you know what I mean? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, there is a big difference. Is there the other pan somewhere? Oh, it's in the sink.
It's a cooking. It's looking
Okay,
good,
guys, I'm gonna bring you guys with me so I can read you guys.
And we're trying to keep it not too dark. That's why we got it at a low temperature. We're just cooking the meat. We're setting the.
It's a ricer.
We're setting the breading, and we're cooking the meat at this point on our first fry.
Okay, here we go. It's basically a roux. The only difference we're gonna do, guys, is we're instead of adding. Okay, ready? There's your pan. I want it to be for my chicken. I don't have drippings. Like sometimes you don't have drippings. Sometimes you're frying your chicken and all you have is sometimes all you have is your it's fried. How can I get that flavor? We're going to use a chicken broth. I did not do what I always do because I've just been running around doing other things today. So I am actually going to get some oil in here and I'm going to put some flour in here or not. How about that? Um, I'm going to put a little bit of flour, and the only thing difference I'm going to do is I'm going to cook my flour. And so if I had the drippings from here, I would get the drippings and put them in here. That would be my oil, is what I'm doing right here. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I mean, if I were to use this oil right here, you're not going to really be able to try it. I mean, it's just oil. You're not really going to be able to taste it because it's just fried. Oh, who knows? Let's try it. There's some oil that we cooked the chicken with. That's not really what we're here for. We're here to get down with some real. Nothing this. Are you going to use any more?
Just a little bit, just for the legs.
Okay, you have this. I have a little bit of the flour that Joe used for his mix, you guys. So it's got the same flavors that he put on there. Okay, and I put my flour in there. They're all the same flavors. It's almost like when I make my southern fried or country fried steak. I use the coating flour that I used, and then I use the remnants of what's in the pan. I don't want to get you guys all confused, so I'm not going to talk anymore about that. This is what Joe was using just a minute ago in his for his breading for his chicken. Okay, guys? And I think I need a little more. It looks a little dry, so I'm going to grab a little more from here. Not much. I want it more to be pasty, not clumpy. You know what I mean? I want it to all be smooth like this. You have that broth in there. I probably should have warmed it up. This, if you want to make me a little bit more.
Yeah, what do you need?
This that I
Make some more?
yes, please.
You got it. You got it.
Okay, guys, I want to make sure I get that raw flavor of flour out of there. I don't want to put my raw flour. I don't want this to be raw flour, so I gotta at least cook it for about 30 to 45 seconds, not terribly long, but. And I put the flour that we cooked with. This is what Joe was putting on his chicken. Okay, that's where we're at right now, guys. And for me, I would switch to a whisk. Okay, put my fire on low, and I've got chicken broth. Homemade chicken broth is best. I'm telling you guys right now. You heard it from here first. And I'm going to just do this. Get your little whisk, and you're just going to do that with it. The flavor that I have in my gravy is going to be the same flavor that Joe has on his chicken. We're working with the same, what's that thing called?
Same profile?
Yes,
Flavor
thank
profile?
you. That's exactly what I was going to say, profile. We're working with the same profile. It's going to get thicker, so you want to keep an eye on it. Do I want more water,
Here you
broth?
go, baby.
Thank you. I should have. Thank you, baby.
You're very welcome.
Okay. And it all depends on how much you want. How much time do you need on your 30?
Did the timer go off?
Oh. Yeah, it went off.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I warmed up my
It
dog.
was just a general time to let me. I just gotta
Reach
check the.
264.
Yeah.
What do you need it at?
No, the
I'm gonna
that's
taste.
fine.
I'm gonna taste my
I gotta
gravy
check
right now.
the.
I'm gonna keep it on the fire
temperature.
though, you guys, because I do want it to get a little bit more thicker than that. Because the longer it's on the fire, the more the. You want me to move out of your way?
No, you're fine.
I'm going to take all the remnants off the side. I'm going to put it on simmer and let Joe finish doing. That gravy's done, you guys. All I did was get a little of this oil, the flour that you use to coat your chicken. I put in there and I toasted it, or at least cooked it for a couple minutes. And now this is my gravy. I'm going to put it on low and I'm going to let Joe finish. I got the mashed potatoes ready to go. They're ready. Again, we chose to not smash. We want just rugged. We chose to not rice them. We want them just smashed. Okay, go.
All right. Now we're just gonna take a test and see where we're at on the internal temp
Oh, thank you,
of our
Steph,
chicken.
so much. Baby, you did. Thank you for the blessing, y'all. Can you put some bacon in here for Steph? Please, please, please. Steph, I want you to watch the beginning of it. I don't know if you saw the beginning. I did it because I'm not going to get emotional about this, but I had to quit my job.
171.
And I took care of my dad during his last few months. And I'm not saying your dad's sick
Ah,
that way. I'll get it.
damn.
I'm not saying your dad. Ooh, that's hot.
I gotta wash that up.
I'm not saying your dad's sick like that.
There we
But
go.
when you said
Thank
that
you.
you were taking care of your dad,
That one's okay. I gotta
It,
wash this one off. Hold on,
hit
no.
something for me.
Sorry.
Because I had to take care of my dad, and it was a very just the words you put, because my dad wouldn't really eat,
Where?
so we would try to get him to eat. And when my dad asked for a pot roast, or if you could make a roast, I mean, you never saw us run home fast enough or throw it in the oven quick enough to make a roast. So my dad would eat it. That's just kind of how it was. Do you need me to put somewhere to? Because you're going to need that to put it on, aren't you?
Oh yeah. And then, you know what? That's got raw chicken on it, so
I know that's.
I'm just going to do something different.
So that's why.
I'm just going to get some.
Why don't you put the chicken right
You
on
got
there?
a plate for me, or
Just put this chicken right on here, and then we'll just wash this. While you're thinking.
well, just grab me another one, babe.
Okay.
I know it's just. I got to get the chicken right now.
Okay.
That's all right.
So I did it because it connected with me. I felt you,
Okay.
and I
internal
know what it
temperature
feels like to have
is
somebody
correct.
that you love, and he's asking for it, and you want to do it for him.
We're gonna
So
set it
Steph,
on
my heart is
on
with you,
some
baby.
paper,
Just know that
and,
my heart
on
is with
another
you
little
so much.
cookie tray there.
Uh,
We're gonna test.
I'm
Let's test one more piece of chicken.
Steph, I feel
Just
you,
make
Mama.
sure it's
I feel
all
you.
at the
Just know
right
that.
temperature, which is about
I've
close to
just had a little
175 for
tough
dark meat.
last few about a week or 2 weeks now.
For
But
Crispies.
you know what? I'm blessed that I have a husband who's patient, he's understanding, and I'm grateful that I have friends. And you know
And
what?
we're
All we
going
had to do was take a
to
couple minutes and make this.
174 and counting.
And I hope
so
that it's
we
something
are
that you give to your
perfect
dad
on our
from
temperature.
from
We'll
your
let
heart.
this
That's I mean,
drain
honestly, if I had, believe it or
and
not, if I
cool
would have
off
had
for a
the
little bit, and then
internet
we'll
or YouTube to
crank
hop
up
on
the
to,
temperature and double fry this thing.
if I would have
So
had the
by the
internet
time
to hop on to get my brain off of what I was
these
living life in real life, I would do it.
cool down,
But at that
we'll be
time,
ready.
I didn't know anything about it.
Okay.
So
And then
this
we're going to be
is
ready to double
nothing
fry
to
these in a
thank
minute.
me
I'm just
for,
going to
love.
crank the heat on
It
this
is
so
my
we'll get it up to
pleasure
about
do this for you.
325
Truthfully,
to about
I will be keeping you in
340,
prayer,
somewhere in
honey.
there.
I
And then
will.
we'll
Thank you, Milltown, for dropping the links for
cook them the rest of the way.
turning,
Pretty
becoming a
crispy
member
already.
into the merchandise. We have 2 different prints. One of them is
And when you double fry them, they it only takes like a minute or two to, because all you're doing is just making sure that your outside is crispy.
Love at First Bite is one, and the other one is called What We Are. Love at First Bite was our page on Facebook that we did since 2021. And then in 21, 22, then in 23, my girlfriend said you should do it on YouTube. And I thought, oh, could never. I don't think I'd ever be able to do it. You just hear about them people and you're going, oh, I could never. And they're elite people to be able to. And I never thought I would get a following at all. And she goes, just try making one time
Right.
something. And
We're going to take and put these back in. I'm at it's up to about 325 already. So we're just going to set these right back in there. You can let these cool, and if you want to, just let these sit, and whenever you are ready, you can put them in the fridge or just let them set out. You can, because they're fully cooked, and like when you're ready to feed the fam, a couple hours or whatever, then you can put them in and do the second frying. Or you can do it, right after they come out and rest for a couple of minutes, and just get your oil back up, and you can do it immediately. So that's what we're going to do.
okay, so what I was saying is that we were, we thought of being able to care for somebody and make something. I said, oh my gosh, I couldn't even. I cook a lot with my heart, you guys, and that's the main thing I thought of is, am I going to be able to cook and keep my brain
Giving it that crisp.
without
Only takes a
getting.
minute.
And I do share a lot of stories with you guys. I share stories about my daughter. I share stories about me and Joe. I share stories about my son. I share stories about my dad. I mean, food is very nostalgic for me, and I love sharing the whys and the whats when I'm making something. I make it, and then I share with you the reason or the things my dad used to do when he made it, but that's how I am. That's just me. I've always been like that. I want my person that I'm cooking for to experience the great time that I had when I first had it, or the great moments that I had when I was eating it. So when I cook from 100% from my heart. My mom, I think about my dad. Like when she put that about her dad, I instantly went back to my dad in the pot roast. Um, and it just, I'm blessed that you shared that your dad has been asking. To me, that's private, that's intimate, that's stuff you and your dad are had a conversation of, and I'm blessed that you wanted to share that with me. That's, that's really how I see it. Is if you're sharing that intimate stuff, who am I? I'm grateful that you wanted to share that intimate conversation with me. I don't deserve it. I'm just a nobody on the internet. And that's something that you have for you. And you shared it with me. So, out of the box with Chloe, love. Welcome, welcome in.
And
You know,
by the way, I like to use paper towel rather
Joan
than
is
put it
damn
on a
chicken.
rack
Good grief. No, I'm just
and let
kidding,
it
you
drip,
guys.
because it usually doesn't drip that good when you're frying chicken like that. It just kind of just hangs in there and just soaks back in. So putting paper towel underneath it draws out some of that oil that you're using. So
And honestly, you
helps
guys,
out.
the preferred thing is that rack that we had. That is something that we had been wanting for since our first cooking when we were on Facebook. We wanted that rack so bad. And we wanted, we were just so grateful. I mean, when Milltown sent us $5 one time, the first thing we did was we went and got a 2 liter of root beer, and we got a half a gallon of ice cream, because to us it was a big deal. Honestly, it was a big deal for us to be able to to have, because we didn't have that luxury. And I know it's crazy. Some people are like, "Are you kidding? You're just trying to be dramatic." You guys, if you had $20 in your account and somebody sent you 10, and your daughter or your son was also asking, "Hey, I need to get something so I can eat today," are you telling me there's any parent on here that would go, "Sorry, I wish I could, but I can't"? Nope. And I even told Milltown a couple times, I said, "I appreciate you sending me that. It allowed me to send something to my daughter." Honestly, you guys, that is why we started our channel, because with her being in Hungary, this was going to be our opportunity to go. I mean, because Joe's got a bad back, I've got bad hands. Where, I mean, we can't really go and walk into HEB and start stacking or stocking their shelves up. You know, all we have is what we have, and what we do is we know we can cook. Let's do that. Truthfully, that is what we said. We know we can cook.
All
Now,
right, if you're ready, I'm ready.
here's your gravy. I'll show you guys when Joe's done, but it's a thicker gravy, and it's as thick or thin as you want it. That's damn good. Sorry. Oh my God.
Here's the rest of it. We're gonna do the rest of our chicken offline, so we can tink with y'all.
Oh my God. It's
Is it good?
chingao.
Getting plated up.
Baby, there's no time for any of that right now. I'm in the middle of dying this second. Oh, this, I don't know if it's the seasoning or what. What is this, you guys? Can somebody say, "Mitten, go fix your damn self"? Oh my God.
It's cute, huh?
Look at. What's cute about that? All right, I am.
All right, we're
I
ready.
have it in a pan. I need to do the thing. We're not ready. It's got to sit
not
for
ready?
2 minutes. I need a drink.
All right, I got my water.
I'll take a mojito. You guys, we didn't drink. We were on a cruise. We went for our daughter's senior year, and we had. Yep, I really wanted to see this, but my mom called. "Oh, don't worry, baby, Sierra. Don't worry at all. Your family is always the most important. I will be here. The videos are all here. Never ever put your mom, your kids, your dogs before nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I learned the hard way that I could, if I could have it again, just know that, there was no planning on any of it. You good?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go, guys. We got some rugged. We chose rugged. We didn't want creamy. There's Joe's.
They're you
That's
little
Joe's.
shite.
Joe gets that,
Aw,
and I get that.
aw.
Don't awe me.
Please.
There you
Could I
go.
have some, no. Could I have some more, sir?
You guys
Please,
don't know
can I have
that.
some more?
That's Joe's favorite movie. Here, I don't want this many. Okay, so when I put it, you guys, you don't have to do this. This is what Mitten does. Okay, I put a little welt.
Well.
I welt.
Well.
Well. See that? Okay, you got a little hole. And here, Daddy just took my. I'm like, what is he doing?
I was going to
You're
give
making
myself
me
more
nervous.
potatoes.
Really?
No, it's okay. You're okay.
I got
I'm
you.
just kidding.
There.
Oh, there we go. Now
we're
talking.
gonna get emails about, and I'm like, no, I don't know. Okay, you know what I know? I know that my husband loves my food,
That's right.
and I help. Okay, guys. God, the gravy's good.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good. But I mean, really, I put no salt, pepper, guys. I knew that Joe seasoned it. You know what I mean? I knew that he had his flour seasoned. So all I did was just put the flour in there. See it? All that is from what Joe did. I could put a little, where's the black pepper, Daddy?
Still up here.
Ay, Dios mío, mi amor. I know how my husband seasons.
Pepper?
And I knew, yep. There you go. And I knew what I was working with. I knew I wasn't going to have to do much to my gravy because Joe had done it all. Okay, here we go.
And voila. I might even use that for my chicken after we taste it.
You want on there? No.
Not yet.
I
like gravy on my chicken though.
If you want to make beef gravy, if you want, usually get the drippings from the roast. If I make the country fried steak, I usually get the remnants of my fried pan that I used for it. But this zero way to have drippings, we had to find a way. We used the stock. In my stock, whether I boil my own chicken, I put celery, onion, and all that, I wanted to have flavor. Joe put different flavors in there that I didn't have to worry about touching it. I used the flour he had. This is the flour. I put some oil in a pan. I cooked the flour so that way it was no longer raw. Put my chicken broth or chicken stock. There's your gravy.
Boom.
Let's go.
Heck yeah.
What? Let's do the potatoes first and the
Potatoes
chicken.
first? Okay.
Here we go, guys.
And you always should let your chicken set for a while after it comes out of the oil, just because it's still cooking, and let the juices go back into
Somebody
it.
take a picture of that.
Ooh.
All right, wonderful.
There you
Here we go.
go. Ready?
Tink. You guys, tink. Get the forks up.
Tink.
Tink.
Mmm. Oh, that gravy is good.
I know that gravy's good.
Mmm. They're really good. Wow.
And see, I love that the potatoes have a little chunks in them.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't want them smushed or mashed or whatever. Riced. Mm.
It's good. All right, let's try the chicken, baby.
Hold your pantyhose. I should have warmed my potatoes more.
All right.
Here we go, guys.
Now this has been still sitting for, maybe 7 minutes or so, just sitting here.
Here we go.
Ready? I got potato on mine.
Here we go.
Ready? Take a bite.
Oh, tink.
Tink.
This is for Steph's dad, guys. This is for Steph's dad. Throw forks up for Steph's dad. He's enjoying this with us. Or he's going to be.
Here we go. Careful, it might be hot in there.
Oh, the crust is so good.
Oh, it is good.
That's not a good piece of chicken. Oh,
And marinating it overnight
napkins.
keeps the. So if you overcook it a little bit, the marinating it overnight will kind of negate that overcookedness. It'll keep it moist, in the meat moist. There you go. Oh man, that's good.
The seasoning mix he used. That was amazing.
That's good.
Steph, thank you very, very much, babe. I did get it. Thank you very, very much for blessing us. Please do not ever, you guys, please, if you guys have requests, please send them. We love doing it for you. I did get it. You guys put bacon in the chat for Steph. Thank you for blessing us. Thank you for sending us a Cash App. It really means a lot, you guys. She didn't have to do it. We're grateful that she did. We love that you guys even ask us to do it, truthfully, you guys. Like, you guys even ask us to do it. That I can't even describe it. You found us worthy to share this moment with you. That's how it feels. So thank you for blessing us financially. We have emails in the back. We have our emails in the back, you guys. We have a Venmo, PayPal, Zelle, and Cash App. If you're able to bless us, thank you. If you can't bless us, just share us if you could. If you could send it to a friend of yours that you know that enjoys cooking, enjoys just to like brighten her day. If shares, hey, she loves caramel corn, or hey, she loves blah 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 blah. send her the one of our videos. We love just getting new people in. This is just a no drama free. This is just like everybody comes. I don't care what community, I don't care where, anything. We don't talk about it in the chat. It's just we're here for the fun, the love of food. We're here for bring together people that want to just talk without having to bring up what creator about anybody. We're here just to love on each other, love the food, and be with each other. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for showing us stuff. Thank you for reaching out and finding us worthy to share it with you. And you guys, again, email. She just dropped it. Thank you. I'm going to pin it, actually. Bye-bye, baby. Chloe, don't even worry about it. Give your doggies a hug for me, honey. I'm trying to pin that. I cannot do it. Please. Anyways, I can't do it. Oh, hello, Yvonne. Thank you, Milltown, for blessing us, for helping us, pinning in. You guys, my email's up at the top. If you have any questions, anything about when I made it, what kind of spice did I use? I can't remember. What kind of milk? I don't remember. What's that thing called for the mashed potatoes? I don't remember. Send me an email. Raging Cajun was like, man, what did I do wrong? I walked her through it for her enchilada sauce. I talked to Raging Cajun if she needs any help at all. Ooh, that's what I was trying to get to come up earlier. So I love you. Please, please, please be best. Hey, Headstones, thank you for coming in. We made fried chicken today. We had one of our subs who had a special request, and we did it for her pops. And it was a pleasure to do it for her pops. Truly, truly was a pleasure for her pops to have it. We done?
We are done.
Be blessed, guys. If you guys would do me a solid, share it. Make sure you're sub. Turn your notifications on. It blesses us. Thank you, guys. Tomorrow I think we're going to be off. I think we have a members only tomorrow. Tomorrow we're doing a members only of my brother's birthday. Yes, please watch a replay, love. Please, please, please. Tomorrow we are doing a family members only birthday dinner. Look at our other one coming up. We have a members only sushi spring roll class that we're going to be doing with my brother, he's an executive chef, my brother, who's a chef, me, my mom. My mom's just a really good baker. So anyways, that's what we're doing in a couple of weeks. But other than that, guys, we love you. I want to do a caramel apple. Maybe I can get Joe to do the caramel sauce. But Joe's been in the kitchen so much because I've been under the weather. Joe's been in the kitchen. But I really want to do a caramel apple with you guys so much. I love you guys. You guys are a blessing. Be blessed. Stay blessed. Enjoy your Sunday, you guys. Be blessed this weekend. There is nothing on these YouTube streets that are worth taking you away from your family, taking you out of character, and taking you away from somebody who loves you, whether it be your pets, your spouse, your parent, your sibling. There's nothing on these streets that can't wait 30 minutes, an hour till you get back out there. I'm just saying. They're only going to be here so long. Imagine if something were to happen to Joe and I was like, I couldn't get off there. They were in the middle of this. They were doing this and I couldn't leave it. I wanted. It's like, what if he passed away the next day and I spent my last day doing that? No, you guys. We got to just think about everybody in our lives. I love you guys. Be blessed. Oh, you know what? And then somebody had asked me, it was Dizzy who sent the Amazon, something from our Amazon wish list. And yes, we have an Amazon wish list. That's what somebody asked. Do we have an Amazon wish list? Yes, we have an Amazon wish list. And all the stuff that are on there, don't feel obligated. They're all there because we would love to have them. Don't mean we have to have them. Please, thank you for even looking at the Amazon wish list. And the Zelle is our email. That's the only way to describe it. Somebody had asked me how my username for my Zelle. The Zelle is an email address. So if you have Zelle set up at your bank, the only thing you do is put in my email, and that's the account. I don't know how else. I don't know if this person had known what Zelle was, but you don't use a username. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't use a username. It's actually, well, mine anyways. My Zelle is my email address. So bless us if you can. Don't worry if you can't. See us on Monday if you can. If you're members, we'll see you guys tomorrow. We have a dinner
Nicely
scheduled.
fried chicken.
Joe's too much, you guys.
Beautiful.
Bye, guys.
Ah, I just
Oops. What did you do?
dropped it on there.
Oh, shit.